of times through colored glass. Time rolls on, enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shade my smile. Some days there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Moving on, moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Some days there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on.
closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. Ay. You see it through. See it through. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife.
A pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.
Twice on my display, you say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time, buying things online, and it's not like we need them. We don't need them. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I were safe and sound. And we slow For you and I were safe and sound.
View, and today we've got a pretty exciting matchup. We've got TMG versus IDH. I'm pretty hyped.
Yeah, True Minded Gaming and ID Honeyfruit have a lovely date today, and we are all going to be here experiencing on a lovely Valentine's evening. Our, we're all in a relationship with League of Legends, so we might as well bring it here today with Titan.
Yeah, I mean, with how much money I've spent on this game, I might as well be.
Yeah, you're a League of Legends simp.
When you spend 6K, yeah. But draft going in very well right now. We do see TMG has lost 2 bans for this. They just have Bard, so they're gonna have to try to make that work for right now in this first half of the draft. We'll have to see how they start this out. I think it feels like a lot of mid lane bans for IDH. But Maokai coming out, we've seen that be a massively powerful pick so far across all the Titan leagues. So not surprised to see that get to go first.
Yeah, it's very strong and operates as a nice flex pick here, as we're going to see Honeyfruit going to be locking in that Karma also does a bit of flexing themselves with the Jax flex on top. So we got a lot of flexing going on, muscles being shown off right here. But getting the prize Maokai pick, in my opinion, is very, very good for your draft and is such a strong support right now.
Alrighty. It looks like Alright, so we got the Varus coming. We got a Thresh coming here. I'm assuming that's Jack's jungle. Could be top, but I know he's been pretty strong in the jungle right now, so I expect that to be where he goes, We'll see where it is. The Ashe coming out right here. I guess we'll see as the bans come through where they're thinking this goes, because I feel like the Maokai and the Jax will be like the focus. So we see a Lowy coming out, so I'm guessing they're believing this is going to be a Maokai jungle. It's not going to be Maokai top.
Okay, Azir comes through as well. Don't want them to have good team fighting. I like picking the Azir into the Jax myself, but it looks like the Corki ban coming through as well. I mean, that champion, despite the nerf, once you still hit those 3 items, champion is still extremely deadly despite that Eclipse interaction change. And here we have what I'm assuming to be a mid pick, because they're going to want to keep their Jax flex alive as long as possible here. And I mean, they have decent pick, they have decent poke. Teamfighter wouldn't be bad, more utility wouldn't be bad as well. And so, I mean, they could go like Syndra or something like that. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think either of those would be a good option here. It is going to be the Braum. So I guess the Karma was a flex.
So, if anyone's wondering, I believe that the sides are swapped. We'll have production confirm that. But it's going to be ID Honeyfruit on the blue side, and TMG is going to be actually on the red side. And so right now the names are incorrect, but the picks are on the correct side.
Alrighty then. Well, so I got this all reversed. That's okay. Still some exciting picks to see either way for these teams, the Gnar and the Victor coming out. So we do know that is Maokai jungle.
Karma mid?
was Karma mid. So that means that's going to be a Yone top. Unless I don't think we'll see it. It could be Karma top though. That used to be a more common pick, but I feel like it's going to be
They could have went with that. They could have went with that. I think they should have slammed a Malphite though. Put the Karma mid. They're gonna go with a more aggressive pick for Murmaz, and I mean that it's gonna do basically win the lane nonetheless. But I think Malphite is gonna provide your team with a great engage tool. I keep going on and on about this champion, and so for these teams right now, the Victor, I think Victor's been slept on like for such a long time. I know Victor doesn't do as much team fight AoE CC as the other control mages, but this champion's damage output is absolutely insane, Raptor.
Yeah, I agree. I'm actually a little worried about TMG's comp. Honestly, speaking of team fighting, because I don't really see a lot of frontline. I mean, I guess you have Jax and kind of Yone, but they're squishy. They're not tanky. They're not like Gnar in his Mega Gnar form. They're definitely not like Maokai. So I'm just so worried if these fights get extended out, if they're not able to get that quick pick onto Watercat or Scomps, that these fights might not go super great for TMG. Just because they don't have the tankiness to survive.
Yeah, TNG can't exactly do a straight front to back. They can for a little bit with the Braum, is what you're talking about, but that's only going to go so far compared to a Gnar and Maokai. And so when it comes to that 5v5s, I think you're correct. They're going to have to be very careful. Looking on the flanks with Murmaz on the Yone is going to be very key. And generating an early lead to help set up their skirmish style is going to be extremely important. So True Money Gaming gonna have to focus on that as we have a nice pan over the entire rift here. Very cinematic. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, I love cinematic pans. Underrated, honestly. Just so underrated in League of Legends. That's the nice thing about this game, giving the ability to do something like that. You don't get to see that in other games quite as often. They don't do quite as many cinematic shots. Some do. They do see it, but League, I feel like it looks so clean when it's done.
So they have to use a different viewer for doing like close-ups and stuff, right? Because aren't all the champions actually like squished awkwardly because it's a above point of view? So they don't actually look correct if you were to look on the normal plane. They look kind of wonky.
Yeah, it's less that they're squished and they're more designed for this view. So, like, if you look at Silas from below, he has really tiny legs and like a very long torso. So that's where a lot of that happens. So they do use a different one for those pulls just to make the models look a little bit less wonky. But the wonkiness is never too bad. And speaking of not too bad, this is not that bad of a start for the side of TMG in the bot lane. They got some pretty good poke off on a Yeet Loaf, and that
it's pretty hard to contest an Ashe early, especially level 2. Once that rolls in, at any point in time, if you make a mistake, she will run you down. You cannot get away from this champion. And the Braum on top of that just assists and magnifies that ability so much here. Mega Gnar for Nuffy's up on the top side. No champion wants to play into the Mega Gnar there. I do believe we have some subs. We can ask production to confirm that, but I do believe some, so I think that explains some of the bans missing.
I think so too. I remember hearing someone say something about that, and these do look a little bit off for that. But overall, I think even without the bans, I think this draft is still really good for IDH. I actually give it the advantage in this game I think it scales better. I think it has a better front to back in a team fight. It's got more tools to work with. It's not as reliant on getting that one pick right off the bat. They can still kite it. They can still buy themselves some space. So I think the onus in this game is on TMG to really get the ball rolling, to really kind of accelerate this game in their favor, try to snowball this Jax, this Yone, and get them going. Especially, you know, with a Karma mid, that puts you on a clock. If you're not basically won this game or made an insurmountable gold lead by 30 minutes, like it just sucks because Karma scaling is really not that good.
Yeah, especially since the nerf as well. Your damage will fall off, the magic damage specifically here. I mean, it's not like they can't play the side lanes through the Yone, Karma on the side lane versus the Victor, just because of the superior range, is fine. That being the case, Watercat, though, on this Victor, as well as the Maokai, the two scaling factors. Oh, a bit of an engage coming through.
Oh, little engage coming in.
Oh, it's a trap.
Yeah, the flash comes out from the Braum, but it's not going to be enough. Xiao OP going to pick up the first kill. Going to pick up a second. Nope, Overrush does manage to get away. And Hot is here to kind of hold the line as IDH gets off to a 1-0 lead.
Well, the team that we said that doesn't have to do much might be picking up a second kill. The Q gonna smack Overrush away there. Yeetloaf attempting to go for the hook, isn't gonna get it. But yeah, the team that we stated that did not really need to make early game plays is gonna climb ahead first in gold, getting that first blood. Also, nice gold lead for about 5 minutes in. And they're gonna be picking up that first blood on Xiao PP. Not the ideal. You definitely want it on the Varus, but still pretty solid lead in that bot lane and in the jungle.
Yeah, and it could have been worse. They could have put it on to Thresh. At least with the Maokai, you know, he gets his tank items a little bit quicker. Actually, in this case, he's getting the cooldown boots, which, given how Maokai plays, could be very useful, and in fact will be super useful in this game. Dragon started up for TMG, so that's going to be probably right off the table there. I don't think IDH is going to even try to contest it. They're going to go for these grubs instead. A lot of teams, I think, really still, despite, you know, a couple weeks of this now, are still underestimating the power of these grubs. They're just so powerful when you get to push, and especially if this team's going to be balling up a lot and they're really only pushing champion is going to be Scomps on this Varus. I think this will be very useful to them. It'll help them kind of get these turrets down quicker, which they're really going to need so they don't get dived on. You know, 5-man Jax E is never something you want to see. Zeetloaf looking for crazy Wergy. Wergy's going to waddle on out of there.
Yeah, Wergy does not get caught. Yeah, it was an attempt. It wasn't like a great effort. However, the flank around.
Yeah, here they come back around
Oh,
for Grizzy.
anti-synergy.
Wergy gonna get hit by the ultimate from Victor. The flash coming out here. Yeetloaf gonna save Watercat, and Hot's here to kind of make sure they don't pursue. Hook going. Oh, almost hit Hot though. That could have been death if he had been caught. Overall though, good escape, good attempt though. They did get the flash out of the Karma, so that will be advantageous. They go for these
Smite.
camps. Yeah, Smite.
Yep.
is
Q
used.
Smite, hard to beat. Hard to beat.
Yep, and cool.
I do think that a little bit of the counter synergy there, Maokai, slapping Karma outside of the gravity well. We'll see if they continue to do that or they are going to be conscious of it.
Good.
Ultimate
That was-
going to be blown.
Yeah, a unfortunate attempt on the Gnarl, but does get the trade damage there. I mean, the power of throwing Big Ben at people is quite devastating. I mean, if someone threw a giant clock tower at me, I can imagine that hurts. But the ult also has a pretty low cooldown for Gnar overall, I'd say, especially since he has to transform to use it. It's Scomps taking a little bit of damage there. The hook does land onto Cool One from Meatloaf, and they're just going to trade back and forth. Ooh, that was a lot of damage from that snipe. Scomps is pushing forward.
Out of mana, though. I don't think they can afford to fight. They have to save their mana for the push.
I think they have enough for one. If they get a good hook, Yeetloaf was looking for it there, but it's not going to find anything with that little Hex Flash. He was kind of spotted out. And 1,000 gold right now for IDH, sorry. I don't know why I said ADH. Too much time in thinking ADA.
ADA? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm mixing up my acronyms now.
Yeah.
But they're off to a really good start. We were saying that it was on TMG to kind of press this lead, like they need to get the lead going early on, but they've kind of given it over to IDH with that unfortunate fight bottom. And now it's going to be on them to try to find something. You can see at least like Hot after that going for the dragon, really good. You can see he's kind of hovering around still, worried that Zhao OP might come back down.
You do not want to say PP, huh?
Oh, is that? I Man, I honestly thought it was really just Xiao P. I didn't realize it was Xiao PP. That makes much more sense.
I thought you were just being prudent.
No, I'm just an idiot. That's all there is to it. But it's kind of slowed down now. You know, no one's really making any more aggressive plays. Everyone's just kind of nicely farming it out, waiting for the next thing to come up. It's going to be those grubs, I think. I'm not sure what the timer on it right now. Production, if we can get those timers to take a look at. See.
I don't think you get to see grub timer, though.
I thought you did.
I think, and not in the what is it, the client.
Huh. Maybe I was misestimating it last time. I guess I just kind of.
I mean, it's usually desynced from the next dragon if they're picked up at the same time. So
that might be it.
Well, it looks like they're gonna be synced this time around because it did take them about 30 seconds after the dragon fell to get the grubs, and so these teams here gonna have to make a decision what they value. On one side, True Minded Gaming. If they do get the grubs, that's going to help out their Yone split push, which eventually should be winning. On the other side, if you win a team fight on the side of Iridescent Dawn, you will be able to absolutely demolish the turrets after winning a team fight. Angles for both sides here, just the question is, who values it more?
I feel like Iridescent's should value it more, considering they've already got the 3 stacks. Might as well try to finish it up. But it doesn't seem like they're really going to prioritize it. They're actually going to trade it this time for the dragon, so they're going to take the Mountain Drake. I guess that's a pretty good trade. I still think the grubs would be more useful to have, but...
Oof, look at that chunk.
Yeah, such a big chunk. I mean, that's early game karma for you. No scaling, but a lot of base. No treble.
Yeah, no trouble. I was kind of trying to cut you off so you wouldn't make a corny pun, but
never.
It happened anyway.
It will always happen. There will always be the corny puns. It's corn, man. It's just corn.
It's not. You're just a freak on a leash, man.
All right, it is going to be X-Tech. No, sorry, not Hex-Tech. Chem-Tech Dragon coming up. Ooh, the hook landing from Meatloaf. No one to follow up, though.
Yeah, that's just a warning hook.
You think you can walk up here? Nope, I'm going to hit you with these hooks. All right.
He's playing mind games. So the trade does commence.
Karma looking for something with the poke, but is going to get pushed back by Zhao PP. Watercat trying to get the E down. The flash from Crazy work, but Zhao PP flashes forward, picks up the kill, second one of the game. And this is actually an AP.
Meanwhile?
Ooh, here comes Hot. Looking in with that flat. No, actually didn't flash. He just jumped. So Nuffy's is gonna just kind of keep poking at him. Wants to be careful. I mean, he is in Meganar, but there's no really wall to throw anyone into, so I'm not sure if he can take this 1v2. The hook's gonna land on the cool one. Fights is kind of breaking out all over the place, but outside of that one on the Karma, it doesn't really amount to too much. Hot's taking some damage and forced to back is really all. But Zhao PP is coming up. He might try to dive here. It looks... No, they're just trying to get the vision down, make sure that there is no Jax just kind of chilling out up here for Nuffies to have to deal with, as everyone's going back, everyone's rebuying, and it's common.
Oh, look at this Maokai build.
Yeah,
not a team player. Gonna go for the Leandries, I'm assuming. I mean, could go the Riftmaker, but I don't see that working out very well. Typically, in competitive, you would like to see first item Frozen Heart here goes extremely well with the Maokai plus the comp. And so I'm going to have to dock a lot of points for not optimizing.
Yeah, not optimizing very well. I think the game we watched last week, remember when they were rushing?
Ooh, flash.
That is a flash from Watercat there. Hot, good. Gank, didn't even burn anything. So that works out well for him. This could be a good return gank opportunity too. And it looks like he's hovering around just in case. Cool one is up here as well. So there is potential.
So
for
if we're going poke Maokai, why are we getting green trinket as well? So I don't think this makes any sense. I think you just go Frozen Heart. I mean, the value's so good. Yone, Jax, Ashe.
It could just be Leandry's just because he's already got the kills early on to try to get some damage and then just build straight tank afterwards so he can still provide a little bit more AP for their side. But that might just be me overthinking it here. That's really the best option I can think of. Teleport gonna come in from Crazy Worky. And this Herald is up. You can see they're kind of hovering. They're all looking for a kill so they can just go quickly start that, force the issue with the numbers. Watercat really looks like the target here for TMG. This jungle support duo is really looking for it. But Yeetloaf coming around the side here for Overrush. Overrush is alone. It is going to land, but no follow-up from Scomps. They don't have the lantern dropped for them to pick up. TMG going to start this Herald up. And I think they're going to get it pretty free. Maokai just going to wander on down to the bottom side. Going to maybe look for a gank opportunity onto Crazy Worky here. I think he should be able to get out pretty fine. Yeah, that was kind of a little too far to have to chase on that. And they're going to lose the Herald, but they should be able to get first turret off of this. Scomps, ooh, Giz hit the arrow, but the cleanse is going to come through. Overrush taking a lot of damage. Xiao PP looking... this is pretty much over for Overrush, living up to the name right there. Gonna rush to his death as they are shoving this wave in. The ult does go wide from Scomps. Xiao PP looking for it, but Scomps is just gonna solo this one down. Take down the Ashe, and they're gonna take first turret too. The Herald is dropped mid, but that's not enough damage for that. Seems kind of a waste on that, especially considering the turret was at full health and they weren't able to really finish it.
Yeah, they can't really get it in the face of Victor. Too much wave clear. One of the best wave clearing champions in the game. And so they only get a couple of ticks of damage onto the turret instead. And I really don't like the new Rift Herald if you're just going to use it to do turret damage. It's kind of only worth it if you're going to break the turret. It doesn't really give you value outside of that.
I agree. That just seemed like a waste, but... Crazy Worky gonna try to make up for it on the top side, going into Nuffies. The ult is thrown from the Gnar, so that's gonna push him off. He did spot all three of them, so that is the call. IDH gonna go right for this dragon, start getting these Chem Tech Drakes stacking up. See if they can...
On the one hand, I like that the teams are trying to macro. Like, they went topside to get the turret. I guess they didn't feel like fighting for dragon. But on the other hand, they're just letting ID get free scaling on the side of True Minded Gaming here. They don't have a significant lead. Solo Bolo in the top side by Nuffies as well. Murmaz does fall. So they're not getting enough an advantage on the side of True Minded Gaming. They're getting outscaled. They need something to happen. They still have time in this game, but sooner rather than later.
They've got something happening over here as they get on to Yeetloaf. The hook is going to land, though, as they turn this around. IDH going to pick up one. Xiao PP goes on a killing spree, taking down the Braum. And they're just going to back off there. It was looking like they might go for a bigger fight, but they'll take the dragon. They'll take a support. And this Maokai, I mean, he's carrying these kills right now. I might want to start giving over some of these to his carries.
Yeah, I think 3's too much already.
I mean,
picking up the Leandries, like, even with Leandries, trust me, I've tried this Raptor. Even with Leandries, Maokai does not do that much damage with it. It's not like the old poke Maokai. And so, it's just not as good. We'll see what item they decide to go for after this back. But, I mean, in terms of team play, though, IDH are doing excellently. 5-0. They have the scaling comp. Their team fights are excellent. It seems like they're on perfect track to a victory.
Yeah. So far, I mean, outside of, I mean, it's not going to be a perfect game because they have given up some neutrals, but like kill-wise, they're still on track for a perfect game. As Yone goes in the Gnar ult, gonna just throw him back. He's not even going to spend most of his time in his spirit form fighting. He's going to spend it stunned. And I have to ask, you know, I've already messed up Xiao PP. How do you say this Yone's name? Actually, wait, we might have to wait. Yeah, okay, no, Eatloaf's safe. How do you say Yone's name? Is it Murmaz?
I go with Murmaz. I
Okay.
usually just do whatever until I get a complaint. That doesn't mean I'm correct. That just means they didn't complain about it.
Well, that's okay. We'll be incorrect together if we are. That's true caster synergy right there. I just wanted to make sure I'm getting people's names right.
I'm glad you're willing to go down on the same ship as me.
I am always willing to go down on the ship. You think I make puns not willing to go down on ships?
All right. Well, hopefully we will not be hitting an iceberg in this one here. That is a player name, as Watercat might be in a bit of a difficult situation.
Yeah, he's in a pretty different one. Watercat gonna flash over. The Ash arrow is gonna land. Though. Unfortunately, not gonna be able to get out of that one. Did burn 2 ults for it though. The Ash and the Jax. Meanwhile, on the top side,
Oh,
just
the combo!
around. Yeah, the wombo in the combo. Nuffies and Zhao PP pick up a kill onto Murmaz, and they're gonna try to shove this into the turret here. Good cross map play. You see the Herald is up. I mean, sorry, the Baron is up. I don't know why I said Herald. It's these pits, man. All these new things are confusing me with their weird names. Back in my day, we just had a Baron. That's it.
Well, there's Dragon and there's Baron. There's nothing else.
Yeah, you didn't even have like cool dragons. You just got gold.
Yeah.
It was just
But that was overpowered, Raptor, so they changed it.
That's true. That is true. That's pretty OP. I think it was more OP when Mordekaiser could start summoning the dragon.
I mean, that was kind of OP.
Yeah.
But Mordekaiser sucked unless he had Dragon, so it was kind of fair.
Yeah. I mean, they put all the power into the dragon. Yo, what I remember, and when that was on the PB, you could there was a bug where you could actually do it to Baron.
Yes, of course.
You just throw.
I bet you there's a Nico bug where she was able to turn into. Oh shoot, she was able to turn to Baron.
Yeah.
Here we go. Engage coming through.
Bugs. It's a dead bug right here for crazy work. Yeah, that was a little bit stretched, but is actually going to get out. Surprisingly, thought he was dead to rights with that Varus ult hitting him. But he's gonna walk away. Probably just gonna try to execute. No, he's actually gonna go to the bush. No one around to really spot him. He is spotted on a ward. I mean, not a ward. But...
Wow, imagine no one wanting to chase you down and kill you in cold blood for that sweet, sweet gold. Not worth it.
Nah, not with a Karma. No one cares. It's Karma. Hot's gonna try to help clear this wave. The hook is gonna land on the cool one. I don't think they're gonna be able to finish him with the damage. It is quite a bit, but it's only going to really force him back. Scomps is looking for something, and that something is going to be the dragon. Third dragon of the game, going to go over to IDH. I don't think there's going to really be... They can really contest much. I mean, they're already half health for the support and the jungler. If they're not careful walking forward, they could really eat this. Oh, the hook is going to miss onto Overrush. So the rest of TMG is coming down. There are 5 of them here. Gnar isn't quite here yet, so they've got to take this a little slow. Hook gonna go wide onto Hots. They are doing a lot of poke damage. I think that's something we didn't really talk too much about. There is a lot of poke damage on IDH before these fights break out. As
Murmaz,
the ult coming through, and crazy work. He's gonna pick up Yeetloaf. They're also gonna pick up the Victor, but Yone and Braum are gonna
go
damage. Here comes the Mega Gnar. Triple kill for Scomps. My goodness, but he's gonna die on the backline to Hot, and now it's just Nuffies versus 2. But this is a very big Gnar right now. He's pretty mega, I would say, as he goes in, goes forward, hits him up, throws a little boomerang, goes mini, and is gonna pick up
the shield
kill eventually.
Okay.
Nuffies goes on a killing spree after that one, and it's a 4-for-4 trade around the dragon fight. I thought once Scomp got the double that was gonna be over, but Hot barely manages to keep them in it at the end.
Yeah, so Murmaz actually didn't die instantaneously, was able to get off the ultimate, so provided some CEC. By going for that play, IDH did expose their flank a little bit, which
Yeah,
saved the team fight here. Murmaz.
Yeah, Nutfi's being flanked by Murmaz. There are 3 people here. He's going to use the Gnarl.
Oh,
He's going to
Lantern.
take the Lantern out, so he is safe. Watercat is here. He did teleport in. They hooked up Cool One, and now
stun.
they're gonna. I think they're gonna try to kill this support right here. A lot of damage coming through. Nutfi's. I mean, if he gets his rage, when he goes back to Meganar, he'll basically heal up of that. Xiao PP.
All right, round 2.
Yeah, round 2. Electric Boogaloo. Cool One is caught, and he's gonna jump out. Just
Dodge the flay, just barely there.
yeah,
As
that
we
was
have
very
Nuffies TPing to the side lane, and wisely, True Mind Gaming say, "Yeah, we're not gonna go for this one."
Yeah, they need to give that up. But they've got to try to contest it after this. It's sole point now for IDH once they grab this. And that, I mean, Mountain Soul, you don't want to give a team with tanks Mountain Soul. That just spells disaster, especially with all these shields when you're a team trying to be a little bit pokey and bursty. Like that, this is the dragon that you don't want to see your opponents.
I mean, it also makes their carries way more difficult to carry to kill, and it's just such a good dragon to get. Because if you're winning, it just makes you win harder, and if you're losing, your tanks just become unkillable. So it's such a good dragon. I mean, almost no scenario where it's bad. And now I feel like Scomps should be going for the Terminus Jack Show. It looks like that's Terminus in my in my purview. That looks like Terminus coming through. So the tank stat's going to multiply, and then once you get Jack Show, unkillable.
You know, you can tell I've played too much TFT because I looked down at the item builds and went, "Oh, he's gonna build Giant Slayer."
Yeah, that's way too much TNT, man.
I actually do that sometimes when I get Rage Blade. I'm like, I need to go buy a needlessly large rod, and I'll buy and go, wait, and have to refund. I'm like, that's not part of the build anymore. wrong path. Spending too
Imagine infinite stacking attack speed on an item like that.
Yeah, you just
Would
get that
be
on an 80
crazy.
carry, and that was Kog'Maw for a little bit. Remember that was such a wild time. They had to revert it because Kog'Maw attacked so fast that kiting actually made it less efficient attack speed wise because you had over 2 attack speed a second.
I mean, you can still do that. You can still do that.
Well, you
Pretty
used to
cool
be
tempo.
well, yeah, but you used to be able to get up to 5 just from Kog'Maw's passive.
Yeah, Kog'Maw did have crazy attack speed with that one.
Bring back the Juggernaut comps. I miss them.
The Juggernaut comps were the Juggernaut comps were boring.
I love late scaling Kog'Maw. We need more of
The
it. We need more
Juggernaut comps were boring because you just knew that the Korean team was just going to scale, and then their Kog'Maw was just going to run the whole team down. And I was just like, I don't know. Just got to watch this team slowly lose to the Korean teams.
Yeah, but we can go back to normal Kog'Maw. You know, if any team is listening, bring back Kog'Maw.
Well, there's a player, Ryle, and she plays Kog'Maw very well. And well known for the Kog'Maw.
Ooh, Ash Arrow going just wide of Zhao PP. Just barely saw it. A lot of people up on this top side from the side of TMG. They really don't want this turret to fall. It's getting so close, though. I think at this point they almost just have to
Oh my!
give it up.
Is that a recurrent on the Jax?
This
This is getting out of hand. This item is getting out of hand, Raptor.
It's on everyone. Everyone's getting it.
I mean, to be fair, there is a Victor and a Maokai.
Yeah, you know, I've been playing AD carry recently, and I've seen so many people building it in our cast that I just started building it myself in solo queue. I built it on Smolder, and it actually worked really well. And I was just like, this shouldn't be the case.
What are 80 carries that could go Titanic Hydra? Because then Recurrent makes sense. I guess you could build it on Cog.
I guess you could do it on you could do it on Nyla.
I guess you can Nyla. If you go Titanic Hydra Varus, I guess you can go it. But
Could Trist?
no,
Caitlyn? No.
nah, they can't do that. It's only on hit champions.
That's fair. I'm trying to think, like, what could you do with Trist? I'm like, we can't do Malignance because that would just defeat the purpose with her ultimate.
AP Trist? Yeah, that would be so. That one is sad.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, there's the pool, and you're out of it.
Have you tried the Malignance Ash? It's not a great build to everybody, but it's fun.
I have not. I can see that being good on support Ash. You know, you're already building a lot of stuff for the cooldown.
The Malignant's terror is Teemo though. Like that champion with Malignance is not okay.
Oh, I know. I play him support with it sometimes.
Yeah, that interaction is so cancerous and toxic here. As Hot has found himself a Yeet Loaf.
Yeah, he has found a Yeet Loaf, but Yeet Loaf may have found him, but they're not going to find a kill on each other. Both going to back out. Maokai's not going to have quite enough damage, but here comes Watercat. They do spot Hot. He's playing chicken here. I don't know if you want to... I mean, I guess he does have some of his team nearby, but I still don't think you want to play chicken with 3. As the rest of TMG is down here as well. The dragon is up in 15 seconds. They do not want this to go over, as Cool One is hooked. He is flayed back too. Xiao PP going in with the Maokai, getting stunned up by Hot. The Ash Arrow coming through as well, but Scomps is going to pick up Cool One on the backside there. They're going forward.
Oh, double!
Big gnarl from Nuffies as they take down the Karma. Now Murmaz looking for something here. Going to go down. Scomp's going to slay him. Victor going to grab the Ash on the side. Now Hot's trying to duel his way out, but it's not going to happen. An ace for the side of IDH. They're going to take this turret, and I think going to maybe get the inhibitor. They could even, honestly, with like these respawn timers, take that and just turn around and go get Dragon. Maybe, honestly, even start Baron. I don't know if they're going to actually be able to contest you if you've got Mountain Soul. And they're all...
I don't even think... It's actually not Mountain Soul. We've been hoodwinked by the client.
Have we been hoodwinked?
It's Chemtech, as it looks like they're going for an end here.
Yeah, they are going to go for the end indeed. And there goes Cool One. There goes the last hope of defense for TMG. And this went from a little back and forth to suddenly just over in a matter of seconds. IDH going to take game 1 in just over 30 minutes.
Yeah, they're barely cresting that 30-minute mark there. But solid game, dominant performance from the side of ID Honeyfruit. They were able to scale. They pretty much won the team fights. There was one that was a bit of a toss-up, but in the end didn't give the Dragon Soul over to True Minded Gaming. And we did say that the scales were tipped in the favor of IDH based on the draft. They could go toe-to-toe in the early game, and it was an absolute slaughter in those team fights. So for that one, I think that IDH showing a great performance, and Nuffies looking excellent on the Gnar.
Yeah, a flawless Gnar performance. Literally didn't die a single time that game. Took multiple multi-person ganks and still managed to get out, even trade back. So very good overall from him. Honestly, the whole team of IDH really looked good. Watercat didn't get as many kills as you'd hope on a Victor, but that doesn't really matter when you're still just locking everyone up and you're doing so much damage as it is just to break through it. So good look in this first game. And TMG, I think they just need to go back and go to the drawing board. I think they just need to just adjust a couple things, because it felt like they had really good opportunities. Sometimes they had really good ideas for some of the things, but just what they had wasn't really able to like keep up with their execution.
Yeah, they flexed in the draft a little bit, maybe to a bit of their demise. The Yone pick just not working out. I think that was a key factor here. It is an answer to Gnar, but I don't think it's what the team needed, and the team fights suffered because of that. And we'll see if they make some adjustments in their draft for the next game, as we're going to go ahead, kick it off to a break. IDH with the first win of the series, and don't go anywhere as we watch this series continue out.
Some days there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last.
by myself. There's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
Talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. Eh. You see it through. You see it through. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. Talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. Eh. You see it through. You see it through. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife.
A pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights.
Wiggity whack, we are back. You weren't expecting that one. TMG versus IDH here in the Conquerors League. We're back for game number 2. How to keep Crims on his toes.
I mean, I was reeling after that one. What an intro. That's how we do it here, Titan. We just pick the most whack intro we possibly can. Honeyfruit still facing a series of ban losses due to their sub situation here. As
Yeah.
as they have a bit of a bad nightmare, but they won the first game, Raptor. So maybe it's the handicap that they needed.
Yeah, well, it seems like they're handicapping themselves a bit more because they're swapping where everyone is this game. Is they have a new sub in A-Hop, if I'm pronouncing that right. I swear, if this is I-Hop.
I don't think it might not be this. It might be the same team as last game. It's just that they had an e-sub, so we didn't have time to update this.
Fair.
So
that is fair.
I'm expecting that it's the same team. We just haven't been able to move around the names as we have the Maokai this time for True Minded Gaming.
Yeah, we were expecting the same order. We're expecting already the same first pick, but a change in the second one. Caitlyn coming out for IDH, so already focusing on that. AD carry, Varus gone. Karma now going to IDH this time. Might be Karma mid again. I'm kind of hoping more for Karma support. That's what I'm expecting, especially with Caitlyn. Like that is such an annoying poke lane.
Yeah, Karma Caitlyn is very lane dominant. Not much you can do. They're gonna pick a Jinx in response. Is Smolder not enabled? You can pick Smolder. No one wants to play Smolder? Hello?
Yo, give me my boy Smolder. Give me the Smolder.
Can we get Smolds up in here?
Dude, I love Smolder. He's so fun.
I just thought of something. Someone should make like a buff Smolder and be Smolder. Someone needs to make Smolder, please. Someone with drawing skills. Chris, make Smolder.
Dude, that would be absolutely hilarious. But we do have them both. It looks like both mid laners this time. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be Seraphine mid. Her support rate is really bad right now. Into Azir should be fine. Actually, I think does pretty well into it. And honestly, Seraphine is really good and indicates to me IDH is again going for a team fight comp because you definitely need something to kind of accelerate the range of the Seraphine ult.
Well, they might have the work cut out for them because Azir Jinx is on the other side of the rift. Very, very prominent team fighting team with Maokai as well. So they have a very basic front to back team already being set up on the side of True Minded Gaming here. So Honeyfruit have to pick themselves some beefy boys for their front line if they want to match I think they're gonna have to pick something that's gonna be able to tank, or they're gonna have to pick a skirmish style. So the Seraphine bouncing off the Wukong makes a lot of sense, but eventually they will get outscaled just based off this comp already.
Yeah, I have to see a little bit more scaling come out of them. Seraphine, decent scaling, but not really great. Karma, we know, has no scaling, especially as support. Wukong, scaling, still gonna build more Bruiser after the first item or two. So really just have the Caitlyn, and into Jinx's year, that's just gonna lose, like you said, lose the scaling war. Mordekaiser coming out from TMG here. So going with the beefy there. They decided, hey, we did a weird comp last time. Let's just go back to team fighting. Make this easy. And now IDH is the one with attempting to take one of the brothers.
Karma top? Karma top.
Karma top?
This is Karma top, I think. They're going to put the Karma into the Mordekaiser. They're going to have Yasuo go mid. They're going to do the Yasuo Wukong combos. I think that's what... I mean, you don't want to pick Yasuo into Mordekaiser. That doesn't seem to work out to me. I think the Mordekaiser pick is smart from TMG. They're basically saying, hey, don't pick a tank. And Honeyfruit did not pick a tank here. But now they have themselves a substantial dive comp. They have poke and dive on the side of ID TMG, front to back team fighting comp. They're the ones who have the simpler draft. They have the scaling now. They're not going to be forced to make any plays. And it's going to be Honeyfruit who are on the flip side there. They have to be making early game plays. They're going to have to go for the dives. They have to kill the Jinx and the Azir, or else they're going to lose these fights. They have the tools to do it, but it's that level of execution that is going to be required.
Yeah, so we've got that coming. Interesting draft. I can tell which one of them used our sponsor today for our comp. You know it, you love them. It's Pro Comps. You know, they're a fantastic app that's here to help you out with your drafting. They do everything from let you create champion pools, helps with draft recommendations. They help you create champion tier lists, as well as give you, a little bit of everything that you need to make a successful draft. Honestly, I can't praise them highly enough. They've been fantastic. We've loved having them as a sponsor, loved using them. Give them a shot. Download them now at procomps.gg. And I am hoping IDH got a little bit of something from that for their comp, because I agree it is looking a lot harder to execute, and I'm not really sure. I'm a little unsure about IDH's comp.
The Mordekaiser providing disruption. So if they don't have the Wukong to knock up everyone, Mordekaiser ults Wukong, what is their comp gonna do is a big question. The wind wall is going to be pretty helpful versus the Maokai. So I am interested to see how this Yasuo is going to play out. What lane is it going to go to? I'm going to go with its mid lane here, Raptor.
That lane to watch, I would agree.
Yeah,
I think that's
exactly.
This game's going to be decided by the mid lane. I also think a little bit by if one of the AD carries snowballs. I mean, that's more of like a secondary position on that. Like if Caitlyn gets ahead in this bottom lane, like it's just going to be obnoxious for Jinx until later on. Jinx does struggle if she does get a little bit behind, does take a little bit more to get that farm going. But if Jinx snowballs, then the game's over. Like what do you do? Like who on this team is going to be able to kill her when even if Wukong jumps on her, just Mordekaiser out before he finishes her, and everything's all fine and dandy, hunky dory. For those wondering, we do have a delay right now. A player did disconnect while loading in. Is it really disconnecting when you're not actually connected yet?
If you were loading and then you stopped loading, I will say that as a disconnection. Also, ID have a way to stomp bot lane. Good matchup down in the bot side, as well as a Wukong coming by. So if they do smash the bot side, look for that as an angle. I'm going to make a bit of a request for production here. If we could potentially get the standings up, I don't know if we have a screen for that, because sometimes you don't get to see the week-to-week scores, the teams who are rising to the top of the standings here, and which teams are not. I guess we're not. You're going to imagine the standings yourself here.
I'm gonna pull them up on my own screen. We might be able to show them, but I sure can look at them and tell you all where everyone is standing right now. So looking at the standings for the league right now.
Yeah, I mean, so I think as expected for a lot of people, Elysium are top of their group currently. That is being decided today as well. There are a couple teams with no losses so far, most of them from Group A. So Group A looking pretty top heavy. Group B and C have had a lot of fighting. There's a lot of parity in these leagues, including this game right here. True Minded Gaming and Honeyfruit are both the same scoreline as of right now. So this is basically a fight for top seeding, getting through into the next part of the season here. And so Dorado Gaming, Doggy, that we saw last week, has as well topping their group. So with XG Fairy and Horizon Vanguard, I think a lot of these teams, well-known teams, have been playing a long time, expected to be at the top, are basically performing. And surprising to see Rubber Ducky Gaming with a loss as well. And Iceborne Veterans, of course, still going 2-0 here. So I like a lot of the groups, Group B and C, looking real spicy already, Raptor.
Yeah, I agree. I think of them both, Group B is the most parity. Like outside of MSA and Doggy, like every team is 1-1 besides those two, and it is going to be really interesting to watch as that league develops as we continue on, and as we are now getting into the game.
Yeah, and as we can see, just we're gonna need to flip these teams production, but ID are still going with their subs, Watercat, Scomps, and Nuffies. So they have 3 subs, and they are still here. That is not TMG. That is ID on the red side.
Yeah. And now we're going to have to see, thank you, production, if ID can manage to close this out, if they can make this much more difficult than last game comp work out, or if TMG will have learned their lessons from last time and will be able to make a more traditional team fight comp work out here. Interesting to note, the Mordekaiser took Ghost and Teleport.
You should go Ghost on Mordekaiser, actually.
You should. I'm usually if I see them take Ghost, I usually also see them take Ignite, so they can just try to get that early kill and snowball, especially into Yasuo. If you get that, it's going to be ridiculous. It is, by the way, Yasuo top, Karma support.
Yeah, your wind wall doesn't block anything from Mordekaiser, if I recall.
I think it blocks his E.
Is that a projectile?
When it comes back, I think it is. So it would only partially pull you, or if you throw it behind you, it does. I'm not too sure. I have not seen this matchup that often because it's not a good matchup for Yasuo. His life becomes hell after about level 4. We'll have to see if they can if he can make it work though.
They're on vision.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, the miss! So here's the deal: if you miss your empowered Q on Karma and bot lane, GG.
Yeah, you just get to be doing nothing for the next 20 seconds until that's back up.
And they don't have Prio now, so that is a huge mistake.
Yeah, this is already a bad position for IDH, and
yeah, they're behind schedule.
Yeah.
Watercat just gonna be clearing into Crazy Warky in the mid lane. That's gonna be a very fun matchup to watch. Trust me.
Were you being serious or were you being sarcastic?
I think you could put 2 and 2 together.
Probably. At this point, I can catch it. I don't really understand sarcasm. I've had coworkers had to literally buy me a book about it before, a sarcasm dictionary, because I didn't understand sarcasm that much. So if I don't get it, I apologize, folks.
I mean, it's not a necessary life skill, but we might be having a early gank. The wraparound from Hot.
Yeah, this
is
is
looking like a fire gank.
Yeah, necessary life skills. A flash forward from Hot. Going in, he's going to Q Scomps back. They're going to root him up, and he's just going to go down. No questions asked on that one. First blood going again to the Maokai. These Maokais really enjoying taking all these kills from their bot laners.
Has blue trinket this time, so no one going red trinket on the Maokai. Murmaz
actually losing this fight.
So you don't want to trade too early into the Yasuo and for too long. As a bit of a dive, Xiao PP is here.
Zhao PP looking for it. They know he doesn't have the shield. Is he going to be able to get out? He is not. Nuffy's going to pick up the kill. And a clean escape from IDH. Clean dive there, too. Overall looking good. The teleport forced to be burned by this Mordekaiser. Not the great start you were hoping for. Said after level 4 it becomes bad, but that's requiring items, which the board got an amplifying tome. Now
Okay.
Hot. Yeah, Hot is here.
Nuffy's
Gonna
is
look
low.
for- Yeah, Nuffy's is low, but the Mordekaiser is getting even lower, getting super low. Though the tornado comes through, he's gonna pick it up, but Zhao PP is gonna manage to get a return kill. And on the bottom side, the Karma dunking with that trade. Let's see what happened here. We do get a replay. Oh, I've missed these.
Oh, cool! Just teleports into the tether and just gets rooted up.
Wait, teleport.
Yeah, he teleported right onto
how?
a tether in a. It's got to be a client side glitch.
Yeah. Wait a minute, I'm are you seeing something I'm not? I only see Ignite and Hextech Flash. I don't know where there's teleport. But unfortunately, standing there, looked like he may have not been quite paying attention. Or
No, I don't think the client is properly displaying what happened at all. So I am not going to trust what my eyes see, and I'm going to surmise that something else happened that led to Cool One's death here. However, that is good news for the side of ID here, as they finally found the lead that they needed in bot side.
Yeah, that's a really good lead to start out with down there, managing to pick up the kills. The kill did go to Karma, so that is a little bit unfortunate.
It's okay for the lane, at least.
Yeah, I guess it's okay. I'd still rather give it to the Caitlyn. And, you know, it's, I mean, it's not bad. Like you said, it's not bad. But we'll have to see if they manage to get another one. They need to start getting these on Caitlyn. Caitlyn does kind of want to snowball a little bit. Overrush taking some poke there. As the dragon, is it going to get started up? No, it's just kind of baiting us. And the monkey's baiting us.
They're still jockeying for good control over it. No one so far finding a foothold.
Hot one over the wall. It does spot Cool One and is going to back off. Doesn't want to get caught by Hot here. PP is kind of hovering around. They do spot out Hot, so they know he's here. And could this break out into a bigger fight? There is no teleport from Murmaz. There is one on Crazy Worky, but two on the side of IDH. This could turn to a really bad fight really quick as Zhao PP does go in. He's going to get pushed right back, and things are just kind of slowing down. It's a will they, won't they kind of moment. You know.
Oh, the dirty farming. Level 6, level 5, Murmaz. I'm not sure you want this smoke.
I don't think you do. Ooh, the Q does go wide. No tornado ult today for Nuffy's. I don't know if you'd really want to, given how close the turret was.
Nuffy should have just EQ'd it, and then it's just guaranteed. I don't know. Yeetloaf here, level 4. Cool One, level 4. Scomps, not quite level 6. Hot coming in for a lane gank.
Yeah, he's looking for an opportunity.
Doesn't have flash still. Oh, was spotted.
Yep, was spotted. There is a
Wait, they're just hanging around?
No, Cool One gets the hook. What are you doing, IDH? Yeetloaf stands too far forward, is getting so low. You've got a body block for him, though. Just barely living. That should have been a kill.
Scomps did not block that zap. Not a team player AD carry. Who would have known?
Yeah, not a team player there. But at least his support lives. Did take a flash and a heal to do so. But my goodness, that was very dicey. And now TMG gonna go for this dragon. Zhao PP knows they're on it though, and is gonna start up these grubs. You know, first couple grubs of the game still good. 3 grubs very strong. We'll have to see if they actually decide to go for the last 3 this time. I think it would better suit their comp, especially with the Yasuo.
I mean, a Caitlyn comp. Oh, Watercat
was a big shuffle there onto Watercat. Watercat trying to run away. Is he gonna be able to get out? Yeah, that's fine. I thought maybe there might be a QE in there from
But
Crazy Worky.
I mean, not getting Dragon with your Caitlyn comp is not something I want to see. Yeah, here we go. Duel on the top side
taking
again.
another fight with him. Nuffies gets the ult.
Has the shield.
There's the shield. They are in the shadow.
Oh, miss!
There's a tornado. He's gonna get it. He's gonna pick it up. I thought
Oh.
the auto. He does the PM afterwards. My man on the Yasuo.
Yeah, we panned away after that, but that was some mental destruction.
A big solo kill right there. Oh, another kill coming down here, but we're going to follow this rocket. It's going to miss Nuffies, and we're going to miss an almost kill onto Crazy Worky. The ult does come out from Watercat.
Can he get a plate? Nice.
He is going to get a plate. Does get a plate off it, so that is worth. You do get a little bit of something out of there. Watercat, though, doesn't have too much, man.
This is ambitious.
Yeah, Zhao PP looking to try to take this blue buff. Is going to get it, and he's just going to walk away scot-free. Not even sweating it right there. Zhao PP dominating in the jungle.
Yeah, this Maokai's having a rough time. Only 32 CS in a 8-minute 40 game. This Maokai is being thoroughly messed with here.
Oh, he's being bullied more. Stop it. Don't bully the poor cat tree. Poor cat tree.
Bully the cat tree. Well, Murmaz is not in a better position as well, so Zhao PP just free to take over this jungle.
Yeah, he's getting kind of low, though. He's got to be careful. Hot.
Yeah, I think Hot got that one.
Yeah, Hot
I
did
think
get
Hot
it, so
got
he's gonna heal off of it. Nuffies, though, continuing to push on this top side. Doesn't even have to worry. He's like, Hot's not gonna come up here. As they continue their pressing. I mean, on the bottom side, we see the most annoying part about Caitlyn Karma when they get you under the turret and they just keep poking at you. This time, PP is gonna pick up the wolves. Poor Hot's not gonna get to have any fun in this game.
Yeah, bit sad there. Hot still not level 6 after all this time. But the Rubber Band EXP gonna solve that issue fairly quickly here. Quite some time till the next dragon, so these plates are the only real objective up right now, and so far ID have gotten most of them. Bot side and in mid lane there, thanks to Watercat and Zhao PP. This top side, this Yasuo, because of the gank and the dive, the attention being put up here from ID, Nuffies is having a great time in this top side.
Yeah, we thought he wouldn't. Like, honestly, this is a matchup that by all means, like, Nuffies should just be getting slapped in. But he is winning 1v1s, he's getting dives, he's getting fed, he's up in the CS. This is looking like a great game for him. This is honestly so shocking for me to see, and I'm very impressed by him. Honestly, Nuffies, like, just well done, man. You're doing fantastic. As Hot looking to maybe go on to Watercat here is going to spot
Watercat.
Watercat, you got to run. Cats can't swim, and the other cat's going to pick him up. Hot going to try to hit him here. Is he going to pick it up? Nope. Crazy work. He's going to get that kill. Good from TMG. Catching the mid laner on the rotation towards the bottom side here.
I'll have you know, water cats can swim.
What is a water cat exactly?
It is one of the most straightforward named cats in all of the animal kingdom. It is a cat that hunts predominantly in water.
That seems, I don't know, that just seems like ironic, you know, because cats hate water usually.
They're like a mid-sized cat. Like a mid-sized cat.
like an SUV, a mid-sized cat. is it the like the Subaru or whatever Honda Civic of cats?
Is the Subaru of cats.
It's what makes a Meowaroo a Meowaroo.
All right. You lost me there. I'm very lost now, but
No, okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
That's fine. You can enjoy that one on your own. I just can't. I don't get it.
Okay. That's okay. I enjoyed it myself, and that's the most important part of a good joke, as long as you enjoy it.
Perfect.
Anyways,
oh,
GP
did he want to do that?
Right here, I think he did. Karma's gonna leash him up. They are gonna ruin.
He doesn't have clone anymore.
A huge ult from the Seraphine. Hot getting low, but the Wukong is gonna eventually fall. The shuffle is gonna push the rest of IDH out, but Nuffies is here. Both AD carries on the bottom side. Nothing really to go with. Yeetloaf, gotta watch out. Murmaz is looking for him. Running. Here comes the force. The flash over is crazy work. He goes to look for Yeet Loaf. Gonna get out safe though. A trade of junglers in that fight, and there was I will say a Jinx rocket. It did hit, so that did turn it. Otherwise, that probably would have been an actual, based on when Crazy Worky ulted, that might have actually been a save for Zhao PP. Might have been able to get out of that. So good use of the rocket there from Overrush.
Yeah, I'm thinking here though. I mean, you're gonna take that. I mean, your jungler is currently behind, and you made the fight even for TMG there. So I think that is well worth it. They're gonna skip this Rift Herald here, prioritize this dragon, and with 2 stacks on a team fighting comp scaling team, I mean, that's not a bad look at all. If you need to stall out the game, you just give dragons. If you think you could take them in the 5v5, you win. You get yourself the 3rd soul as well. Oh, it's not even Rift, it's the grubs. So
Still grubs.
6 grubs may be a bit scary in this game. The Yasuo is already winning against Murmaz, and Nuffies may be able to push down quite a few more turrets as well. Plus the Caitlyn siege might be a bit of an issue, but if they can team fight their way to victory here, those grubs are not going to matter.
And not going to matter at all. And we did see it. We know this time that we're being baited by the client. It is Hextech Soul this game. Could be a good soul for both these teams, I think, honestly. I would give the priority over to the Caitlyn, because Caitlyn with Hex Soul is basically Caitlyn with static, and it just hurts a lot. But it's still good to have as the turret on the bottom side.
Yeah, Overrush can't stop them.
Yeah, Overrush can't, but they might be able to stop Nuffies up here on the top side as he tries to get out. He is forced to flash. The Ghost did come through for Murmaz, and he's going to hit Nuffies. But they're just going to get out. Zhao PP saw the 4-man coming and is like, oh, I'm not dealing with this today.
Oh my, the support resetting Rift Herald.
Oh, come
They
on,
just don't
why?
understand the patience bar.
That's okay. I'm impatient too. I understand you, Harold. I understand your impatience.
Dude, the amount of people who don't understand that sometimes is very frustrating as a jungler. Like,
Well,
come on.
I will say the patience bar this season has been, like, the range some of the things will go is absurd. Like, I accidentally misclicked and auto attacked one of the Krugs when I was walking back to lane once, and it literally chased me all the way past the outer turret, almost into the lane, and which is like, my goodness, aren't you supposed to reset at some point? Go away.
Yeah, they definitely chase you farther now, which is a good thing for junglers. I guess not a good thing for everyone else. As Cool One here, gonna take a little bit of a beating. The boat coming through, 1/3 of the health bar, just by being in vicinity of Seraphine Karma.
Yeah, a lot of damage there. Nuffy's getting a lot up here on the top side too. It's just a matter of time till that turret falls at this rate. He's really shoving the wave. The Mordekaiser is struggling pretty hard, but almost has his Leandries done. That will be a pretty big game changer. I think the burn is very underestimated by a lot of people, especially on Mord. Heatloaf gets more poke out. Nuffy's gonna just kind of take it chill. Everyone's just chilling out, waiting, not sure really what to do. Like, they have the Herald, but where do you drop it? Like, all your lanes are kind of getting pushed in. Mid lane? They're going to charge it again for another half health.
Well, you pick a good time to do it, but it needs to be mid lane. You need to get this turret out of here. Both teams don't want this turret to be up on the other side. Really inhibits your ability to get good dragon prio. So, both teams want to knock down the mid lane.
Yeah. It's a... Oh, sorry. I almost choked on something there.
Yeah, you're crying a tear for Cool in this game.
I really am crying a tear for Cool One. He is not having a good time. Usually you're like, Nautilus, there's nothing here to block me. My hook's great, but he's just getting poked and poked. Leave Nautilus alone. He's just a poor boy in diving gear.
Yeah, he's just an underwater explorer. Leave him alone. Wait, is he? Yeah. He's a good guy, right? He's not. Is he a bad guy?
Unknown. All we know is
what is the Nautilus lore?
The Nautilus lore is that Nautilus was a diver and like he got pulled under the sea and like cursed to be in the diving armor.
What did he get cursed by?
That is made unclear. I think Naga Boros, but it could also just be like the
Who
ruination.
the hell is what with Naga Boros?
That's Alawi's god, the tentacle thing.
Okay, all right. Tentacle God. Okay, well, I guess Tentacle God is evil.
Tentacle god is both. Like I think it's like neutral. It's like just pure neutral.
Okay. I thought it was like a Cthulhu kind of thing, but I guess
kind of
not.
is, but it like wants the best for its people.
Cthulhu does not want the best for its people.
Yeah, so it's just neutral, but it doesn't seem to care about like the rest of Bilgewater. It only really seems to care about its own people. At least that's what I got from the lore and from Ruined King.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have ourselves a classic 5v5 bout. Mid lane Prague going out the door for TMG. They might be paying the price of a turret. They're going to go ahead and defend, but now we see a movement on the other side from ID. This could be a flank or it could be an absolute disaster.
It is going to be, it looks like an attempted flank there from Nuffies, but Crazy Worky is going to stop that. It looked like they had the hook, but it was on to the fake. And it is going to be kind of a dance around this dragon. Nuffies does manage to get in. He's going to walk all the way around. It's just going to be who's going to start this. Who's going to start this fight out? I think Cool One is really looking for these hooks to start this fight out. He's got to make up for all the poke he's been taking. Got to take his vengeance out with his hook. As the line is set by Caitlyn, though. They've got to be careful. Oh, let's get pulled forward, and Zhao PP going in. They do ult onto him. Scomps trying to run away. Flashes away from Murmaz, but towards the enemy team. He's going to go down, and now the ult from Seraphine manages to hit 3. Zhao PP is going to fall. Crazy Worky going to go on a killing spree. IDH did...
Oh!
Actually, everyone's getting really low. They might actually have a chance right here. The forward from it with Nuffies at the flash. He's going to get one, but he's going to go down to Cool Ones. It's going to pick up a second. Actually, it's going to go over to Watercat. Watercat forced a flash out of this. The dragon is still up, but I think that's just going to be an easy take for TMG as Hot picks it up. And IDH managed to take a little bit back from that, but that was a rough looking fight at the beginning.
Yeah, they have to be the ones starting the fight there, and because TMG start the fight on them, they were able to find their front to back. Scomps got caught by the Mordekaiser. Not the target I thought that they were going to go for. I'm a big believer in Mordekaiser ulting Zhao PP here, because you'll definitely beat the Wukong, not very good against AP damage, and you prevent their engage, but pick up Scomps in the 1v1 anyway, gets a kill there, and it really disrupted their ability to team fight. And as we talked about earlier, TMG, better scaling team, better team fighting team, able to get their front to back, and they win it despite a gold deficit.
Yeah. We'll give credit to Nuffies in that fight, though, man, flashing in to try to get those kills, and they do manage to pick up 2. So that was pretty good. At least they got that. But the gold, it's 2,000 still in favor of IDH, but I really think, like we said, it needs to be more, because this is a better scaling comp from TMG. They've really got to be careful. And when they get like fights like that, they can't let TMG decide when the fight happens. They need to decide when the fight happens. They need to find the pick. They need to look for the opportunity. I know it's harder when you've got, you don't have an engaged support, but you've got a Wukong. You can find these engages, I believe.
That's what the Wukong's there for. Yasuo delivery service. And then the Seraphine layering on top. I mean, they do win on the side lanes, so they could have set that up. Unfortunately, they were not able to find that angle. And so they still have a gold lead, but now that Dragon Soul is going to be looming in the back of their minds throughout the rest of this game here. Yeah. Mid lane still up for TMG, and they use their Rift Herald to bring down IDHs. So in terms of overall map state and game conditions here, TMG are actually looking very favorably in this current position.
Yeah, honestly, if I'm IDH, and this might just be me, but I think you should try to put Yasuo on split push duty for a little bit. Try to draw Murmaz away from the fight, or maybe even like Crazy Worky, just someone else over there, so then like you have a little bit better of a chance in these. You can't have both of them there. It's just too much to deal with, and they're already showing that like they're having a hard time dealing with Nuffies as it is. On the one, they might have to send 2 up there, in which case your team gets a better position. But grouping just allows everyone to come together. See, look right there.
Oh, there you go.
Picks up the solo kill onto Murmaz. Like like I just said, you maybe might have to send 2 because 1 is not enough to deal with this Yasuo. He is insane right now.
I do think they're in a bit of a pickle though, because Yasuo is your only way to win these team fights, and so Yasuo can't simultaneously split push and be at the team fight at the same time. I know they have TP, so they can kind of do both. As there we go for the engage.
A big Seraphine ult on to Cool One. Cool One gonna be cool running. Z runs back to the fountain dead. He's gonna go down hot. Almost falls as well. Overrush taking a little bit there. They got the turret. They got the kill. They're gonna back up, and that's the pings that you see. They might go towards Baron, or at least it looks like, yeah, they are gonna head towards the Baron right now. Gonna start this up. Scomps needs to join them, though. They don't really have enough damage. As Crazy Worky gets the shutdown on the bottom side. Let's see what happened here.
Yeah, is this gonna be a scoop to whoop? It is.
It is the shoop to whoop. Nuffy's getting hit. Big turn energy right there. The flash was a lot burned to kill him, but he does go down finally. Crazy Worky.
They have to give this without Nuffies. Yeah.
Yeah, an overrush.
Okay, well, I mean, potentially game-saving play from Crazy Worky there. Did burn a lot, but they prevented the Baron. They got gold and shut down over to Crazy Worky, who has silently picked up a 4-0-1 scoreline with a 200 gold bounty. And now they're feeling like they are the ones who have the pressure in this game. They have a 0, they have Jinx, plenty of Baron damage. And with Nuffy still dead, 13 seconds, can they find a fight and win in 10 seconds?
Possibly. I mean, Hot is...
Oh, it looks like they're going to flip.
Now, Zhao PP has gone in. He's looking for it. He is not going to get it, though. The smite does go over to TMG, as now Zhao PP is stuck.
Nuffies
the teleport is coming through. Nuffies is on his way. Zhao PP on the run. Can he get out? He is not.
Oh, gets the kill.
It's going to take him down. Yeah. Kill going over to Scomps, and now they're on the hunt. They're trying to make sure that they don't get any of this Baron out of here, but 4 are going to get out. But the pressure now on TMG, try to quickly get back and respond. IDH going towards this dragon. It's up in 10 seconds. They really want this. They cannot allow it to go over to the side of TMG.
Is dead.
Yeah, there is no smite on the side of IDH. They need to try to kill Hot here. There goes the blast cone.
Nuffies.
Nuffies looking for it right there. He's going to flash out after the shuffle drops him in. The massive Azir ult getting taken down, though, from an even bigger one from Watercat as he gets a double kill right there. Down goes Scomps. It's Overrush trying to get as much damage as he can. The backside, the teleport coming in. Murmaz is on his way. Nuffies, you've got to run. You cannot stay around this Mordekaiser. Ghost.
Doesn't ghost in.
No, he's not. Murmaz is just gonna let them go as the traps are dropping, but it is only 3v4. There is Hot there to still try to steal this dragon, get that soul. But I think
they're just gonna go mid. As I said, Raptor, they can give dragons. I mean, they are not worried about dragon stacking from IDH at this point at all. They're just gonna go trade for turret, get money instead. Disregard dragons, acquire gold, as TMG are going for right here. They can use the Baron to pick up a lot of standing gold. They need to get out of here. Keep the Baron on.
Looking for Overrush.
Okay, isn't going to get it. It wasn't a Baron flip. Not exactly, Raptor, because the Mordekaiser there ulting the Wukong, preventing them from getting to smite the Baron. Baron was quite close, though. A couple more HP bars over to the left, and Zhao PP can definitely steal it. But in this case, secured by Hot. And now with this Baron, and what I'm hoping they're going to start angling to, is getting all these side lane turrets here. Don't team fight. Use the Baron to its fullest extent. You stole it away right under the noses of ID. And now it's time for you to benefit from it and pick up a bunch of gold for the next dragon.
Yeah, they've only got 2 people with it, though. It's just cool. It's just Hot and Overrush, the only people that have this currently. So not going to be able to get too much more push out of it, I think.
I think they could get at least one side up, like tier 1.
Maybe, but they're both hanging out around the mid lane right now, so I don't
Yeah, I mean, we can send Warkey to mid lane, and you can get Jinx to knock down a turret. I mean, I really want them to increase their gold. They're still in a deficit despite all this time, and they could really get Jinx onto 3 items after they kill these turrets.
Yeah, they absolutely could, but they just seem to be more prioritizing trying to get Murmaz back into this game, and it's not going very great. I agree. I really think Overrush should have been sent to the side lane. Maybe you send Cool One with him, and then you just use him as a defense. Maybe even just Hot. Just you have double Baron. The turret's gonna drop mid. I don't know if that's where you wanted to drop that turret. Like, what are you? You're not really.
I think it's okay if you then rotate over because they'll stall for time, but
they're not. Yeah, they're just. I don't know. I guess we're just A-ramming mid lane right now on the side.
I guess so. NA Classic.
Yeah, NA Classic right there. TMG is trying to claw their way back into the game. Despite the Baron, they are still down 2,000 gold. It's Watercrest and Nuffies are pushing on the side. Nuffy, actually, Watercrest, I think, did a better push than TMG's whole team basically did in the mid lane on his own. Zhao PP looking for Overrush. Does see Cool One. Doesn't really want to look for him. And they're just going to back up, and everyone's going to kind of reset. And look at that vision line. Look at that beautiful vision line, though, from TMG, just across the whole river by Baron. That entire river is lit up.
Yeah, they have got Baron coverage. They are covered. They have their network going, 5Gs all the way across this area here.
Hey man, we don't have that. We don't have that kind of sponsor though. If anyone from those companies wants to sponsor, this is the time. Speaking of, this is
TP coming in.
TMG to find a kill right here. They're going to Nuffies, but the teleport.
Oh, 4-man knockup.
Yeah, huge knockup right there. Watercrest looking for an opportunity to maybe get an ult out. Did get ulted by Mordecai.
Oh!
He's gonna take out Overrush there. Huge ultimate hits 3. Hots is going to go down. Nuffies is going to pick him up. Another kill going over onto the Mordekaiser. Cool One is dead now. It's just Murmaz trying to hunt this Caitlyn, but without the ult is going to get taken out. There was a shutdown onto the Seraphine, but I don't think that's worth 4 deaths for TMG. Yeah, that was just so disastrous. They thought they had Nuffies. He was trapped with them, but really they were trapped there with Nuffies. He just dashes around everybody and manages to hold on in that fight. And now the sieges are beginning. Top lane getting pushed down. Mid lane probably under siege. Just Worky to try to hold the outer turrets, trying to keep them from getting towards their base and cracking that open. I don't know if he's going to be able to really stop. Maybe stop mid lane, but that's so much damage. There's the shovel, the flash over onto Worky. They're trying to leash him up. He is not going to get rooted. But it was a good attempt. Got the flash out, but there is now no Azir ult for the side of TMG. 45 seconds until the dragon.
I think we can hover Azir. I think it might be up soon for this Baron, the Azir ult.
You're right. Yeah. I see. It's already almost half. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my.
Yeah, I mean, while you use the ability and then while the game's going and you back, it's not going to be up if they fight right before Baron, but if Baron's being jockeyed over, if they're doing the Baron dancing, it will be there. It won't be exactly in time for a pre-dragon fight either. And so with this setup here, they should avoid fighting on the side of TMG until further notice, and they're backing off quite a bit. Again, we're getting the 5v5s. TMG, last straight up 5v5 front to back, they won, and they can win handily. Murmaz, last fight, ulted Watercat. I don't think you want to be ulting the backline with the Mordekaiser. Get rid of the person who's going to be killing your Jinx and your Azir. It has to be Zhao PP or Nuffies. At the cost of your own life, for your team, whatever it may be. I want that target to be ulted. And then they can front to back. Prevent the dive is the game plan from TMG. That's how they should play. Zhao PP might find Worky.
Yeah, Zhao PP does find on to Worky. He's going to get shuffled out, but that's a big
huge fight.
It's 3 of them right there. Down goes the Azir.
Overrush.
He's going to grab one. Actually, he's going to go to Scomp. He's going to pick up the Caitlyn. Murmaz going again for Watercat. You said that was the target not to go for, and you are being proven right. Murmaz goes golden. Going to try just to buy a little bit more time, but is going to fall. Scomps goes on a killing spree. And IDH finds a beautiful fight.
Yeah, that is a slam dunk. 3-0, and they're going to use these grubs. Absolutely demolish Wrecking Crew on these turrets. Look at that. Yeah, that's not good. Wait, this might
be game. Actually, maybe not, because there's only 20 seconds. I think that's...
If they get a pick, it'll be game.
Yeah. The Mythy rule says if there's less than 20 seconds, don't go for the Baron. I mean,
don't go for the win.
Don't go for the win, not the Baron.
Well, if they found a pick, they can definitely steamroll that, snowball that into a win there. They're going to go ahead, make headway over to the Baron. I think they should reset, but they might be able to do this fast enough and go unpunished.
Yeah, Murmaz is not respawned yet, so this is only going to be 4. Ooh, good rocket, but it's not going to really do enough damage as the Baron is taken. Now it's on for IDH to try and get out of here. Can Zhao PP get out? He is going to get out. So there's at least one Baron saved. It's going to be 2. Oh no, Scomps, you've got to run. Here comes the Mordekaiser. He's looking for it. He's going to get slowed though, and I don't think he's going to get anything.
Well, the team stopped chasing. Okay,
yeah,
well.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, he burned Ghost too. That's teleport and Ghost down for Murmaz. Unfortunate. Not able to pick anything up. That felt a little bit desperate there, trying to get something. IDH.
All right, so IDH get out with the Baron. They did not get collapsed on in time. So good call for them. They did have enough damage. And so they're going to be able to be unpunished here. They have one inhib down. They should play probably 1-0-4 in my opinion. Doesn't look like that's what they're going to go for, but it is looking like they are going to find a beneficial fight regardless.
Yeah. I'd like to call attention to Hot's build. I don't know if you need that much MR right now. I feel like most of this, you need more armor to deal with this Yasuo and this Caitlyn.
I think you need stuff to protect your AD carry and Azir. Like, get a Locket after the Frozen Heart, right?
Yeah.
Get a nice Vow. Like, those items would be very valuable. Like, Locket is huge.
Yeah, Sunfire's not quite as valuable in this situation. But the siege is on. IDH trying to rip down this turret. They've got the grubs. They've got the Baron. They've got the range, too, to siege it. Scomps just needs to walk forward with, like, 2 hits, and that turret should be dead at this point in the game.
Yeah. I don't like Nuffies being here. You don't contribute that much to a siege. You're literally a Yasuo. I want to see Scomps auto the turret at least once with your headshot, if possible.
Oh, there's the engage.
Oh, that is crazy, but very, very ambitious from JPP.
Zhao PP was really looking for it. There's this turret is just collapsing. Oh, look at that damage onto the turret. It's going to fall finally.
Oh, they found him.
And they get the hook onto the Karma. Yeetloaf is down, but Zhao PP is in the back. The shuffle is not going to matter. They lose the AD carry. They lose the support. They're going to lose the jungler. And I think they're just going to straight up lose this game. The inhibitor falls. It's just working in Murmaz to stop 4 members of IDH. They're trying to do the ult again onto Watercat. Really not the target you're looking for here, as the Nexus turrets are falling. They're not even trying to. They're going to stop it. They're going to lose the mid laner on the side of IDH, but it doesn't matter. Nuffy's going to make sure they lock that down. That's 1 kill. That's going to be another before the game ends. It is not. IDH going to make this a 2-0 series, and honestly, a surprising win given the comp they drafted. But they want to prove we can do a straight team fight comp. We can do an aggressive multi-carry comp. It doesn't matter. We will smack you either way. And they take down TMG.
Yeah, TMG, unfortunately going 0-2 here. ID, the top Yasuo did better early game than expected. Mordekaiser really falls off against carries, as you see in the later parts of this game. Unable to kill Watercat. I mean, that is a Seraphine. Mordekaiser has a tough time killing even a Seraphine. So, the Yasuo worked out. Nuffy's just really flexing the champion pool, the skills on that top side into Murmaz, and came out to be extremely victorious and successful. Was the carry for this team. I think Scomps and Yeetloaf, the start of their lane, pretty bad, but they were able to recover there. And the presence from Zhao PP all across the map. Game 1, Game 2, absolutely excellently played from them. I think they should have lost this game, but they were able to turn it around. They found the dives, Raptor. They were able to get Zhao PP and Nuffies in the backline, and once that started happening consistently, absolutely slammed all the team fights.
Absolutely. And we have to give a credit to who I think, honestly, at least in my opinion, is the MVP of this whole series based after game 1, and especially after the second game. That's Nuffies. Nuffies killed it. He killed it on the Gnar, had some beautiful ultimates, killing it on this Yasuo, winning a matchup he had no right to win. But he does anyways. He groups with the team. He splits. He does it all. This guy is just He's cracked. He's cracked on these champions. If anybody's preparing for IDH, that's the guy to prepare for. Actually, was he a sub? I forgot. Did you say he was?
So their main roster, Snuffy's not listed on the main roster, or maybe this is a different name. But yeah, I mean, they one of the subs here, and I mean, it's just crazy. Toomey is their usual top laner, but they showed a different flavor today in Nuffies. I'm going to go ahead and give a runner-up Raptor. Sub coming in, Scomps actually did pretty well game 1 and game 2. Most consistent player in the series. So I will give props to Scomps, but I mean, you got to hand it to Nuffies.
Yeah, you really got to hand to him. Honestly, their whole team, like all these subs, and even like in between games, they had to sub out their mid laner. Not mid laner, sorry. They subbed out. Why am I spacing on this? They made another sub, but honestly, like the whole team, even their subs are cracked. Like this is a hard team to prep for. If this is their subs, I can't wait to see more of their starting roster. I haven't got to really watch them play that much, but now I am definitely going to be keeping an eye out for their games. Like just absolutely incredible. And you can't take it away from TMG. They had some very good moments. You see this team's potential. You need to work on a couple things here and there, but like I think as this team grows, they're definitely going to be one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's for sure. Looking like a top tier team in the Titan League here. I think that is going to be it for at least the casting portion, as I'm going to wait for confirmation from our producer about an interview. And well, we're still getting a maybe there, but we are definitely going to throw it to a break. And if we don't come back, then there's no interview.
Yeah. If not, have a good. Oh.
I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up, the world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.
the day. Eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that.
All right. Hello, everybody, to the interview portion of this cast here. And I am joined on the desk here with Zhao PP. Zhao PP, welcome and congratulations on your recent win. How do you feel about the current standings that you have in the league and the games so far?
Oh, they're pretty fun. As a 3-0 team. Wait, we're not 3-0, are we? No, we lost. As a 2-1 team, it feels pretty good. Last week we just got dismantled by, what's their name? Yoshi's internet sucks, but that's okay. Those guys are just insane. But this week, taking down TMG, former Titan Conqueror champions, definitely felt pretty good. Especially after they donut-walled me after I asked to reschedule. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll give you the nice donut wall. You got some sweet revenge here today. We do have to point out, I'm not sure, but at least first game on the cast here, that you guys had sub roster. Of course, you faced some bans. So despite that, you still pick up the victory. Care to inform us about the main roster, and also if you want to talk about the subs and their performance today.
Yeah, so as for the roster today, it was actually kind of funny. Since, like I said, we got donut-walled when I tried to reschedule, since, today is Valentine's Day, and I had to get 3 subs for this roster, so we had 3 subs playing tonight.
Yeah.
It's a real, Build-A-Bear, Make-A-Wish roster of ID Honeyfruit singles edition. But, we prevailed.
Okay, so now we all know who is not taken for future reference then.
Yeah, me. Only me. Send them all my way. After I get my chip. I know girls really love the League of Legends Amateur Emerald chips.
Yeah, very attractive, of course.
Yes.
And you can refresh your thirst with that sweet honey fruit. So, going 2-1, so you pick up a victory, heading for that top seeding. Let's talk about the actual games that happened today. So, game 1, nice, easy scaling comp, wasn't too much sweat off your brow. Game 2, though, and you have to be honest with me about game 2. Were you guys, sitting in the hot seat a little bit? They were up 3 dragons. You guys didn't have any. They got Baron. Were you guys a little bit worried?
Honestly, it was definitely really losable. But I don't know. I was kind of just chilling. I was feeling good. I was vibing. I think as long as we just didn't troll, the game's really easy. Because Nuffies was really strong on side lane. And I don't really see how we win or how we would lose team fights otherwise. So I think we had a pretty strong kind of double enchanter team for team fights.
Okay, double enchanter team for the team fights. And you were able to execute the dive with your Wukong. Looked very crisp today. So you will not be playing with Nuffies on the regular roster. So talk, and as well as Watercat and Scomps, I'm assuming. So talk to us about the main roster. How much more deadly is the main roster for ID?
I'm gonna be honest. Every single player on the IDH roster, all 10 of us, we all are seasoned ID players. We're all as deadly as the next player. I would say we can make a million different combinations of rosters with the players on the roster we have, just to constantly throw curveballs around. So who knows? Maybe we'll see Watercat, Nuffies, Scomps come back for finals, or maybe not even finals. When we get first rounded, maybe they'll come in.
All right, so the rotating roster, everyone look out for that one here. Of course, many veterans on that team. Yeetloaf, notably well known among the amateur scene as well. And I mentioned on broadcast, I'm gonna start some beef with you here. Game 1, you're on the Maokai. What is up with that build? I'm gonna have to say, not ideal build. You didn't build Frozen Heart first. You went Leandri's. You didn't go Red Trinket. You went Green Trinket. What are you doing?
Okay, I think Red Trinket's actually really bait on Maokai because he already kind of slows on everything. So all you get is the true damage, and I don't think it's that useful. I usually go Blue Smite to be really fast, but I think I went Green that game since I kind of needed to frontline more.
Mhm.
And as for Leandri's, before the new items, I always went demonic first. So it's kind of like the same thing when you go Leandri's first, and it makes your saplings just a lot more like obnoxious when you're like trying to hold the river. Right, like if you're playing against like full tank Maokai and you like throw sapling sound, like I don't really care. You know, like those things do like 80 damage. But like if you have Leandri's and you like sapling up the river, like each one will hit for like a couple hundred, like mid late game, and it's really obnoxious.
All right. There we go. There's the explanation. Unfortunately, Andre's not as good as the old demonic there. I still think you go Frozen Heart first. Personal opinion there, but we'll go ahead and have our differences with our Maokais.
Yeah,
Zhao
that's fine.
PP.
I also like to invade on Maokai too. It's really funny. So the damage.
Oh
helps. I
well,
think
you'll definitely
I think I
do
did.
camps faster. You'll
Yeah,
definitely do camps
I
faster.
think I did some invading in game one actually. Yeah, I think I invaded enemy jungler for like 40 seconds straight. Right, of just like bugging him.
Definitely did that in game 2 as well. You were harassing the Maokai with your Wukong. So
Okay, that's what I did. Yeah.
yeah, that was game 2. So with that, thank you for coming to the desk. Congratulations to you and your team, as well as your 10-man roster. Look out, everyone. They can rotate it on you. Hard to prepare for their team, I'm assuming there. So congratulations. And with that, I'm going to leave it with Zhao PP here to send out any congratulations or thank yous, and then we are going to go ahead and close the broadcast. Anything you'd like to say before we go?
All I'd like to say is TMG, you guys don't know me. You guys have no bitches because you fucking played with your starting roster on Valentine's Day and you still lost. That's it.
All right. Didn't even beat him with the main roster. Also, no GF. Go touch grass. See you guys, everyone. That's Titan Conqueror League on a Wednesday. I was Crims. Thank you to Raptor, and thank you to Chris for production. That's going to be it for today.